Rome, magnificent capital city of Italy, during its history lived both wonderful and terrible moments. As testimony, it still has marks. We can find them in every monument and historical site. But few people know that a huge part of them conceal mysteries and legends. One of my grandfather's summer reading is the reason I'm now interested in occult. It was about secret societies, hidden circles with secret members and aims. The Knights Templar, whose aim was to conquering the Holy Land populated during the Middle Age by Muslims. The Rosicrucians, from 7th century, worked to remedy European dire situation through science discoveries. The Masons, from the French word maçon, which means carpenter, appeared during the Middle Age. They borrowed their principal symbols from architecture. The handshakes to reveal their level. The square and the compass. The column for stability. The triangle, the perfection. The trowel, to join. But also the plant of acacia, home of science. The pomegranate, composed by hidden seeds, represent the society and its members. And zodiac, whose rotation corresponds to specific qualities of Mason's grade. The last, but not the least, the secret society of Illuminati. Their first aim was to spread the ideals of enlightenment, banned by the Church. Then it turned into the establishment of a new world order by abolishing every form of government and religion. The pyramid is their most famous symbol, the same with the $1 bill. The pyramid appeared like classic, but without the tip, which is separated with an eye on it. In this way, there are two pyramids, a half and a complete little pyramid. The first one is three-dimensional. This gives an idea of space, a terrestrial feature. The one with the eye on it is two-dimensional. This suggests that it is representing something spiritual. At this point, Nonno gave me a book titled Magical Mystery Rome. I finished reading after about 3 hours. The ship to Rome left the dock. That was when I was thrown in the strangest dream I ever had. I was wearing Renaissance dresses in a dark room inside a big villa. With me, the Queen Christina of Sweden and the Marquis Savelli of Palombara. One of the greatest alchemists, whose name was Giuseppe Francesco Borri, was missing. The last time he was seen in the laboratory working at a formula capable to transform matter to gold. I was called to decode the strange combinations of symbols written on a paper he left. They showed me the entrance of their laboratory, characterized by symbols. On top of the door, there was a 6-point star, King Solomon steel. The door frame engraved with 5 planets and 1 star: Saturn, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and the Sun. Suddenly a light blinded me and took me in the present. I was in Piazza Vittorio Emanuele in Rome. I realized that Villa Palombara no longer exists. Then, behind the trees, I saw a door, which reminds me the Laboratory 1. On the right, the information paper said that the Marquis and the Queen, unable to decode Boris' symbols, decided to engrave it on the door, hoping someone in future will. Another light blinded me. I closed my eyes. I was standing in the so-called esoteric square, officially Via Sant'Eustachio. When I reopened them, I found myself in an ancient street of Rome. I felt in danger and I heard voices in my head. In the past, this street hosted a famous alchemist, probably the one of the magic door, Borri. Its spirit still habits the place. Finally, I came back home. Inside my mailbox, I found an invitation for the Fountains of the Frog opening, signed by Gino Coppedè. At the event, he greeted me with a tour of the neighborhood, even if it was still on construction. He showed me Palazzo degli Ambasciatori, the Villini delle Fate, consisting in 3 villas celebrating the city of Rome, Florence, and Venice. I didn't understand the sense of that meeting until I saw a zodiac painted in one of the Villini's tower. It reminded me of the Freemasons. From that moment, I started seeing secret symbols everywhere. The lamp at the entrance, meridians, Babylonian art in the mask of Moloch, evil god, and was himself revealed me the meaning between the fountain. In fact, the frogs are able to live both land and water, a divine quality. He couldn't finish the explanation that I was thrown in Tiberina Island. There, a chartered man introduced himself as my personal guide through the last 2 stops of my adventure. He was the great artist Gian Lorenzo Bernini. At first, he told me the island legend. In 291 before Christ, a severe epidemic had broken out in Rome. After many praise to Esculapio, the medicine god, he revealed himself as a snake. After that, the epidemic was eradicated. To thank him, Romans built a temple in the place of his appearance. We moved along in Castel Sant'Angelo direction, known as Adrian Mall, until Archangel Michael Vision. When we arrived on the bridge in front of the castle, Bernini's voice became serious. Suddenly a girl spirit appeared. She was the beautiful Beatrice Cenci. She hugged me and crying, she told me about all the torture which took place in there during the Holy Inquisition, and about all the claimed lives. In fact, the castle also had a prison function, in which herself was locked and executed. She suggested me to be silent. It was then that I realized that the noises I heard wasn't made by the wind, but they were ghostly cries, as if all the prisoners' souls were still in there. For this reason, if during a walk in Rome you seem to hear some whispers, don't panic, they're just the ghosts of Rome.